So, Kev, time for the WTF clip of the week. Set us up. What do we got?
Well, it harkens back to that age. In the 90s, we had Caddyshack, although I think Caddyshack was in the 80s. If you sat on a trading desk in the 90s and wasn't able to kind of quote all the different Caddyshack lines, then you weren't doing very well, because it was something that was very important to most traders. And I saw Sam Zell talking about how they were the economy was in better shape and that the recession wasn't as close as he thought. And I thought, you know what? This reminds me of somebody else that thought that things were looking good, and that's the priest from Caddyshack. So I decided to do a little mashup. So let's play the tape.
All right, let's watch.
I think that I have been looking for a recession for some time. And every time I get a signal that it's likely, I get a reversal.
Did you see that? Miracle, eh?
Nice shot, Bishop.
Which I've never had that experience.
What kind of signals does a guy like you look for?
Well, I mean, we have a company called Annixter. Annixter is an $8 billion worldwide distributor of wire and cable.
Yeah.
I've owned the company for 30 years. It's always been a sign when customers start delaying orders that we're about to head into a recession. 6 months ago, they started delaying orders. And I said, well, here we go.
Right.
I could break the club record, theoretically.
Better come in until this blows over.
And then 3 months ago, they reversed.
Back up again.
Yep.
So what else? Other interesting recession signals that you can share with us?
You know, I mean, prior to the Great Recession was the first time since World War II that we went into a recession when real estate was not in oversupply. We are now in another situation where real estate is not in oversupply.
Now?
And if real estate is not in oversupply, can you have a recession?
So where are you now? Then we're not having a recession.
I don't think so. And I think we're going to get through the election, despite, you know, the headlines. And so I think that the overall economy is in better shape than conventional wisdom.
Well, what do you think, son? I keep playing. I don't think the heavy stuff's going to come down for quite a while. You're right. Anyway, the good Lord would never disrupt the best game of my life. An infallible young fella.
Oh man, what an epic scene that was.
Yeah. It's in good shape. I don't think the hard stuff's going to come down for a while yet. And you know what's funny, Patrick? Actually, one of the reasons that I like to bring this one up is that during the long-term capital management, I was actually trading on the desk, and I was running the derivative book, and I was getting crushed. And I remember at one point I was short volatility, and it got so bad that we decided that we weren't going to hedge our gamma anymore. Like, we weren't going to hedge our delta down there, and we just turned off the machines. We thought to ourselves, it's either going to go no bid and we're going to be screwed and it's not going to matter, or it's going to bounce. So we just kind of turned off our machines and stopped trading because there was no liquidity. And I remember my boss, who was a bit of a character, and he's always a really good guy. And he came and he saw that I was having a tough day, and he knew that things were tough, and he kind of grabbed my shoulders and started squeezing. And he says, "Don't worry, I don't think the hard stuff's going to come down for a while yet. You should be okay." And for the longest time, when everyone was having a tough day, I would always kind of say that line because I think it's really funny.